get him back, just the revenge. The weekend, I'ma go with for the weekend. Cause I be speeding.
Welcome back, everybody, to FedEx Field, just outside of our nation's. It's the thing is we're just about set for the opening kickoff. The final weekend of the summer. As we are off and running on EA Sports. As taken in at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard. Throwing Jones. And this one is incomplete.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress. And I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw taken in by Slayton. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So they give up the completion there, but defensively, Charles, you're going up against a quarterback here who's had some moments, but really a lot of ups and downs in the early part of his career. What's the plan against a guy like this?
Well, you want to rattle him first and foremost. Bring some people at him, a couple extra guys in the pocket, see if he can handle it. The second thing, you want to make him think. Show him one look, go to another, disguise a few things, make him throw into what you call your defensive traps, and try and make some good plays on the ball and get a few takeaways.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Jones. Catch made by Slayton. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A first down carry for Barkley. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. After a gain of 3, leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
And Barkley did not get there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Get over there. Come on, bro. You're supposed to have that.
Tight end Evan Ingram.
You know, when you was doing that nigga, bro, like that, bro.
Good enough for the first. From the gun, Jones. He targets Ingram for another grab. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down. Jones gets it quickly to Galladay. And they'll get this down to the 10.
And the Giants needed and went out and got a bona fide #1 receiver in Kenny Galladay from Detroit, where he spent 4 seasons and twice went over 1,000 yards. He'll really help the young quarterback, Daniel Jones.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants.
You're not coming to my side, bro. For nothing, bro.
His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
You got that all-star
So that
motherfucker.
drive, 12 plays in length.
Offense,
And it was
dope.
polished off
Don't worry about
by a
nothing, man.
Giants
This shit on easy.
touchdown.
Something else.
Deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Stayed in, bro.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
That little nigga.
The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
You better fucking me up.
The numbers on the ground for Gibson a week ago. 9 carries, 85 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So, Charles, this game number 2 in the NFL career, this rookie quarterback, his guys took the loss in the opener. And when asked after that game by reporters how he did, he was pretty curt. He said, not well. What did you see?
Well, first and foremost, I loved his answer to the media because he was being honest. And those veterans in the locker room, they're looking at him to see how he's going to handle things, and they like the fact that he's not blaming
got off
other
him. I
people,
think that
because
caused him
thought he
some.
struggled.
Start
The only
reading
thing's
on
going to help
that
him,
nigga.
though, reps. No matter how many big games you played in college, how well you do in practice, the reps in the real games, that's when you begin to grow as a quarterback.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Dexter Lawrence in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. Last week they defeated the Broncos, and they've got the lead here as well as they work with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. That's complete to Slayton. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Jones. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And despite missing 4 games in 2020, Sterling Shepard tied his career high with 66 catches, and that led all Giant receivers, and he makes a nice catch there.
Got him.
Throwing deep for Galladay. And he fires one that's...
They use it.
Jackson with a pick. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Shotgun handoff to Gibson.
Damn, slow ass. Oh.
Antonio Gibson is an absolute dart with the ball in his hands, and he can make you miss, and he can run over you. Took a little while to crack the starting lineup as a rookie, but boy, was he sensational when he did. Went for 115 yards and 3 scores in a Thanksgiving Day clobbering of the Dallas Cowboys. And Washington, they feel like they had a real find when they took him in the 3rd round last year, number 66 overall, and he justified their decision.
50 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles, gain some additional yardage.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Over the middle, he gets it to Gibson. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll set up a throw. Touchdown! That's caught. Curtis Samuel from 8 yards out. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. His first career touchdown pass, and it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
An extra point by Sly is up and good, and we are tied here in the second quarter. So only even at 7 now as they kick it away. Now here comes Daniel Jones and the Giants again. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow...
But he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Deron Payne busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage the old Raiders team. They have a Hall of Fame in one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just lock people down. And we always say, and I absolutely believe it, Evan Ingram is a wide receiver in the tight end's frame. 63 catches last year, en route to his first Pro Bowl nomination.
Jones throwing on 1st down. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Montez Sweat just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Now Jones on 3rd down. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Here's Jones on 1st down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And that is no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
And this is what the risk you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
The Washington offense to roll. 1 second, all that remains. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a moment. But first, the NFL season is in full swing. Let's show the good folks what we've got in store for us later this weekend here in week 2. In that 1 o'clock time frame, a lot to choose from. But let's highlight the game in Philadelphia. A big one for the Eagles, as they'll have to contend with the San Francisco 49ers. Plenty to like about the late afternoon games as well. As you see by the highlight, these guys are in for a battle, taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Then on Sunday night, two of the best in the AFC linking up in Week 2. Chiefs and Ravens from Baltimore at 8:20 Eastern.
You got her number, we have to go up there.
With that, let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Giants. And in a tie ball game, they've got to be asking themselves, what can we do to get this passing game on track for the second half to come? Meanwhile, for Washington, we get a look at their numbers on the ground in that first half, as they'll be looking to rev things up here in a tie ball game. Both teams currently making their final adjustments. We're getting ready for the second half. So we'll send it back up to FedEx Field and hand things back over to Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what... It's been a closely fought battle to this point. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And here's a give to Gibson. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The throw over the middle taken in, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Very good as a rookie. Terry McLaurin was even better in 2020. 87 catches for over 1,100 yards. He is definitely wide receiver 1 for the Washington football team.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
61 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And Gibson looking for some kind of opening, but he has none. They rally up to stop him short of the marker. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll go. It's Gibson. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the 1st down.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here. Curtis Samuel exhibited a lot of versatility for 4 years in Carolina. Now in his first year with Washington, expect this football team to try and put the ball in his hands a variety of ways.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
I still came back
got
in.
this one down to the 28, and that's all. The tackle there by the safety, Xavier McKinney.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Interception. I didn't even see that dude.
Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to have it here as they start at their own 24-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll go to Barkley again.
I missed this dude, bro.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Back now at FedEx Field. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ooh, watch out, Sean Taylor over there, baby boy.
You get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty. But it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Jones' throw here pulled in by Galladay. Hook up a 15 yards there. And that'll make it 3rd down.
It's a nice completion and a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
Got that
Hasn't had his best game here tonight, but hey, that's a critical spot right there to convert on 3rd down, and he did it. Jones now on 1st and 10. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And does Washington have it? They do.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say, those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. By the way, you'd be looking at about a 47-yarder from here as they come up on an important 3rd down. Dancing to his left. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 of the 15. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Gibson.
Dragging him.
He'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 80 yards on the ground for him now as he's got
You need a fullback, baby.
Going on.
I'll tell you, man, I need a fullback, man.
All those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So three quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look to grab a late lead. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington has taken the lead. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive interception, this drive the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Got loud up in this
So
one,
now
man.
Jones and the Giants down 14-7. Just under 2 minutes to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's what they need right now.
I'm learning, yeah, I'm learning.
Bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Jones. He's going to let it fly.
Damn, he got the fuck out of me.
Open man, he's got him. It's Tony for a Giant touchdown. Kadarius Toney with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Tackled just shy of the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play. 2nd and 3. This will be caught at Samuel. And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Back to throw again. Throwing middle, and it's complete. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. They'll run on 1st down. Gibson. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
Yeah, I was going to say could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. 2nd and 7. Gibson again. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Oh, that heart has to be pounding inside the chest of Joey Sly. His first attempt of the night here, and it's a big one. It's for the win. That is wide to the left, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Jones. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he will be taken down, and that means we are headed to overtime. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. And here we go on the next drive for Washington. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game. Because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now. The ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now.
And how about that? So many times the big play is what does it in overtime. They got one there, move the ball past midfield, and now you know they're on the move, looking to score the game-winning touchdown because a field goal won't finish the game.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On the draw, it's Gibson. 94 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And that is nearly intercepted. Oh, that would have changed things here in overtime, but instead, it's just 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
Oh, wrong nigga.
Nearly picked off. Oh, that would have been a big INT here in overtime. Instead, they'll get another shot on 3rd down. In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive. Oh, and that's so close to being intercepted. That could have been a big turnover in overtime if he had held on. Instead, though, it is still 4th down. And his kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw taken in by Slayton. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Here's Jones. Connects with Slayton. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
To throw is Jones. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. Jones. And Ingram hauls it in. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 33. They wanted to avoid the dreaded 4th down and having to get a conversion or it being the final play. They picked it up, though, on 3rd.
I love how you described that because we've been in those situations and seen it. If you get to 4th down, especially in overtime, things get a little shakier, don't they? The hands get shaky, right? The throw, if you're going to throw the ball, being able to run it, all of that coming down to one big play. Very nice of them and nice for them to pick it up on 3rd.
Jones' throw here taken in by Ingram. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 12-yard line.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. And Gano's kick is right through. Both teams swapping field goals on their respective first drives of overtime. So now, you know the drill. It's on to old school sudden death.
Yeah, sounds exciting, doesn't it? Can I be a little bit of Dennis Downer here, though? That drive, able to go that far, yet they had to kick the field goal to keep playing. You would have thought maybe, could they punch it in and we can end it?
We get more free football.
Oh, yeah, good point.
Come on.
I'm back upbeat again. Forget the Downer stuff.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and very rarely in the National Football League you tie. But that's what we had here. Each team with a field goal in the extra session, but nobody could separate.
I'm glad you went in that direction because I thought the next thing was going to be sometimes it rains, but that's not really the case here, right? Look, if this is college football, they keep playing. You know, they're going to break that tie and continue to go how many overtimes it takes. Postseason football, we're still playing. But it's the regular season. You get one extra period to decide it. This one, we get field goals on each side. And guess what? The end result's the same. Tie, off we go. Let's move.